Harlem, where uptown Harlem, where uptown Harlem, uptown Harlem, uptown Harlem.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host and your coach, Dave. Shout out to Slitter B. Oh my God, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank you for being subscribers, followers, and just hanging out with us. I promise you, we promise you, you won't be disappointed. This is our new season. It's called Save Our Streets, and we're focusing on how we can be better community members, how we can be in community with one another without violence, without attacking our public safety. You know, we want people to feel confident in speaking with one another and being able to feel bold and to engage with somebody without being attacked, without feeling like this is going to lead to resentment, retaliation, things like that. A lot of our community members are walking around very bottled up with emotions that takes them outside of their normal character. Their emotional intelligence is being attacked as well as their mental health, and we must face that. We are being attacked emotionally. Shout out to Harlem, shout out to Georgia, shout out to New York, shout out to Mob Style, of course. That's my theme. When we talk about Save Our Streets, I'm really going to bring them up as one of my people who was a mentor to me regarding knowing how to get out of the streets, knowing that there's an end game. You know what I mean? I want to help people who are in the streets who want to get out of the streets. I want people to be able to feel comfortable talking to me about how to help their child get out of the streets. Who am I? I'm a motivational speaker. I have over 10 years since 2013, cure violence experience, meaning I help people change their life from having high risk to low risk behavior, changing their mindset, making them become better versions of themselves, dropping their flags so they can live more productively. I also is a coach. I coach people how to be better versions of themselves. I do corporate speakings. I do mentor one-on-one clients, stuff like that. Men particularly. I also help couples who feel that they need to be better communicators with one another. Learn how to really listen to what the person is saying, not feeling attacked, and really understanding that sometimes what y'all going through is not really the issue. It could be some other stuff, but this is being added on, things like that. So we're very excited to have y'all here to be able to communicate, to use this platform as a place where we can have a safe space, we can talk without being attacked. What does safe space mean? That means you won't be attacked emotionally or physically on this platform. No one is going to talk spicy to you, speak without being offensive. Nobody's going to listen defensive. We're going to always listen without being defensive. We will allow you to speak and allow you to educate us about how your perspective is. And always allow the other person to leave with their dignity. Those are the rules of engagement here. We want everybody to feel empowered, to have that self-love in them. Understand that no matter what you're going through, you can get out of that. We all go through shit. We all have trials and tribulations. My goal is to be hired within my community back in Harlem as a motivational speaker inside the schools, outside, holding safe space directly in my community so I can speak to our community members who are going through issues, who's going through pain, and want somebody that y'all already know how I talk. I give it up. Talk to somebody who you know is educated and will want the best for you, not trying to side bullshit. You already know how we give it up. Sometimes you have to run off because I talk. Those who don't know me, I'm a great conversationalist. I love speaking to people, and I love building. That's what communication is about. It's about building with one another. You know what I'm saying? Coming to a common ground and having great conversation. You know what I mean? And we need that as men specifically we don't. A lot of us have not have grown up to be men. Really, this is a deep conversation. Oh God, this is deep. You may want to spark up. If to my stoners, you may want to light up. What I'm saying and what we're gonna be touching point on in this series, Save Our Streets, not shoot on sight, is we're gonna be talking about how our youth, our young boys in particularly have been exposed to not being able to read and write on a great reading level, and that in itself is making sure your failure rate is at a high. But you're not able to excuse me, I want to make sure I announce my words. By you're not able to read and write, it's going to hurt you. You can't read, you won't be able to see what's coming. You're not going to be able to understand your contracts, what people are saying they're going to pay you versus what they are paying you. You know what I mean? And that deters you. A lot of our youth, our men, are going to prison because they're not able to read and write. So that's predicting failure. We can predict success just like we can predict failure. And the lack of being able to communicate is also going to contribute to your failure. If you cannot communicate effectively, who's going to talk to you? It's not going to happen. Not the people who you want is going to help you become a better version of yourself. You have more value that you feel to yourself. You know what I mean? Your financial income will increase by the way that you speak. And I want to help our youth understand that. I just came out of being a youth development specialist, so I've spoken and I poured into them, the residents there, and this is a proven method. Not that I had to go there to do that, but oh boy, oh, you can't tell me nothing, man. This works. Trust and believe. This method of speaking works. I promise you it works. This will help diffuse violent conflicts or potential violent conflicts. You'll be able to feel heard, and you could be heard without having to use violence. This method of communication, I want our men to really embrace it, man. Like this is how we talk. This is how bosses talk. We must talk like a boss. We have to. Unless you don't want to really boss up. We have to be able to have the space too. And that's what I want us to have here, to be vulnerable one another. What does vulnerable mean? That means be able to put down this masculinity and be able to come to a place and be like, yo, I'm here as me. I have things that goes on in life that I just sometimes I don't want to deal with, and I just want to be able to speak my piece without being judged. That's a safe space. You're not going to be harmed emotionally or physically here. You know what I mean? And yes, it's okay. If we don't find spaces like this, we will break and snap, and we will also become suicidal, homicidal, and suicidal. We will become people who commit violent acts of crime that makes no sense at all. Home invasions, carjackings. You're going to get busted. These places is wired. They bugged, and people still perform these acts, knowing that they are going to get caught eventually. And that also goes back to what I'm saying. Being destroyed as a boy, we was never given the proper space to cry, to express our feminine emotional side. We have to have a balance. We have to be a father. We have to nurture. Fathers nurtures too. Fathers nurture their family. You got to be emotional to your mate. You got to. Your children, they want a dad to hug them and kiss them and tell them that they love them. And I want you to be there I want to be there for you. I want you to succeed. That's what type of dad they need. Brothers need brothers to talk to them like that too. Uncle's got to be an uncle. You know what I mean? We have to be men. We have to, and older men have to be able to provide the space for young men to want to partake. And here's the open invitation, particularly my people in Harlem. We ready, man. Like we our mindset as men is soul. I come from the soul area, man. Like everything will be cool. Just maintain. Just cool. Just relax. It's gonna be all right. But man, I grew up where men were able to cry outside in the street, right in the corner, whatever, get that off their chest, go to the park, whatever, come back out 30 minutes later, they better. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to have a space, a room, a area. People we can come in and just chop it up and talk. Also have healing spaces, healing circles.